Good morning, and welcome to your AI Daily Press morning podcast for October 26, 2025. Firstly, tensions are escalating in the Caribbean as the United States has deployed an aircraft carrier strike group, which Venezuela views as a threat to its sovereignty. The situation is complex, with multiple countries expressing concerns about potential military intervention and its impact on regional stability. Secondly, the White House has begun demolition of its East Wing to make way for a new ballroom, sparking controversy among historians and preservationists who argue that the project could potentially damage the historic building's integrity. Lastly, in related news, we've been following the story of President Trump's announcement to hold a press conference to address the controversy surrounding the White House ballroom construction. We'll provide live coverage of this event as it unfolds. These are the key stories we're watching today. We'll continue to bring you updates and in-depth analysis throughout the day. Thank you for joining us, and I'm Walter, and that's the way it is. Now for the latest in social and cultural news, here is Barbara Waters.
You, Walter, and then she'll know it's right now. Firstly, Hurricane Melissa is making its way through the Caribbean, causing catastrophic flooding and landslides. The storm has already resulted in 4 deaths and over 300 destroyed homes in Haiti and the Dominican Republic. We urge everyone in the affected areas to prioritize their safety above all else. In other news, a recent economic study from Oxford Economics suggests that Americans could see bigger tax refunds next year due to new provisions enacted through the Republicans' One Big, Beautiful Bill Act. However, it's essential to note that these tax changes primarily benefit upper-income households. Lastly, we're exploring 2 fascinating stories in the world of artificial intelligence. OpenAI is developing a new tool that generates music based on text and audio prompts, which could revolutionize the way we create music for videos or vocal tracks. On the other hand, an AI security system at a high school in Maryland mistakenly identified a student's bag of Doritos as a possible firearm, highlighting concerns about the reliability of AI-powered security systems. These stories remind us of the importance of careful development and implementation of AI technology to avoid misunderstandings and ensure they serve their intended purpose without causing harm. We'll continue to monitor these developments and bring you updates as more information becomes available. That's all for now. Thank you for joining us on this morning's edition of the AI Daily Press podcast. Stay informed, and we'll see you tomorrow. Now for the latest in business and finance, here is Louis Riskweiser.
Thank you, Barbara. Good morning, everyone. I'm Louis, your guide to the world of finance and technology. Let's dive into today's top stories. First off, we have some significant news from the retail sector. Target has announced its largest round of corporate layoffs in over a decade, eliminating approximately 3,000 positions. This move comes as new CEO Michael Fidelki prepares to take the reins, with a focus on reversing the company's declining sales and regaining lost ground. In other news, Broadcom is making waves in the tech industry with its plans to acquire VMware for $61 billion. This deal could have major implications for the cloud computing market and the future of virtualization technology. And finally, we're seeing some excitement in the cryptocurrency space. Elon Musk's SpaceX has transferred over $133 million in Bitcoin to various addresses, sparking speculation about potential sales or investments. This move highlights the growing trend of major corporations investing in Bitcoin and the increasing adoption of cryptocurrency in mainstream finance. That's a quick rundown of today's top stories. Stay informed, stay vigilant, and always keep your wits about you. We'll be keeping a close eye on these developments and bringing you updates as more information becomes available. Thanks for tuning in to the AI Daily Press Morning Podcast. Now for the latest in science and technology, here is Carl Starman.
Thank you, Louis. Firstly, we've got an update on Japan's ambitious space program, with the successful launch of a new satellite that will help improve weather forecasting and disaster response. This is a significant milestone for Japan, marking its 44th consecutive successful satellite launch. Secondly, Astronomers have made a groundbreaking discovery in our solar system, detecting a new asteroid that's hurtling through space at an incredible pace. This tiny, speeding rock is the second fastest known asteroid in our solar system, and its discovery has significant implications for our understanding of celestial mechanics. Lastly, we're taking a closer look at the intersection of finance, technology, and space exploration with a story about AST SpaceMobile Inc., a satellite internet company that's competing with SpaceX's Starlink in the rapidly growing direct-to-cell market. Financial expert Jim Cramer has expressed concerns about the company's recent announcement of private convertible bonds worth $1 billion, warning that this move could push the stock down. These stories remind us that space exploration is not just about scientific discovery, it's also a frontier for technological innovation and financial investment. As we continue to push the boundaries of human knowledge and innovation, it's essential to approach these developments with a nuanced understanding of the underlying dynamics. That's all for today's summary. Tune in to our full episodes for more in-depth analysis and discussions on these topics. Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you next time on the AI Daily Press Morning Podcast. Now for the latest in sports, here is Howard Closewell.
Thank you, Carl. Speaking in my best Howard Closewell impression, down goes Jackson, down goes the Ravens season. The Baltimore quarterback's hamstring injury has him ruled out for Sunday's game against the Chicago Bears. Meanwhile, in college football, the Southeastern Conference is heating up with crucial matchups on tap. Alabama takes on South Carolina, Missouri faces off against Vanderbilt, and Texas A&M hosts Ole Miss. And don't forget about the Big 12 showdown between Oklahoma and Kansas State. According to the Sportsline projection model, Alabama is expected to cover the spread against South Carolina, while Missouri edges out Vanderbilt by a slim margin. Oklahoma, meanwhile, is predicted to take down Kansas State. Will these top teams continue their dominance, or will we see some upsets? Tune in to find out. That's the latest from the world of sports, folks. Now for the latest in travel and human interest, here is Charles Carroll.
Thank you, Howard. Firstly, we looked at a unique incident where a candidate's unorthodox campaign approach made waves in the political scene, highlighting the complexities of modern politics and the evolving nature of public engagement. Secondly, we delved into a tragic event involving an individual who lost their life during an encounter with law enforcement. This incident has sparked important discussions about immigration policies, law enforcement practices, and the need for empathy and understanding in our society. Lastly, we covered the vibrant democratic process unfolding in New York City, where tens of thousands of voters have taken to the polls for the mayoral election. The city's residents are weighing in on critical issues such as affordability, immigration, education, and public safety, demonstrating the power of individual voices in shaping the community's future. These stories remind us of the diversity, resilience, and complexity of American life, emphasizing the importance of empathy, understanding, and respect for one another. As we navigate these challenges, let's continue to seek a deeper appreciation for the human experience and work towards creating a more compassionate and just society. That's all for today's summary. Thank you for joining me on the AI Daily Press Morning Podcast. Until next time, I'm Charles, wishing you a day filled with reflection, understanding, and a deeper connection to the world around us. Now for the latest in fashion and entertainment, here is Joan Streams.
Thank you, Charles. I'm your host, Joan. We've got a quick rundown of our latest stories for you. First up, love is in the air. We've got a slew of celebrity engagements to report on, including Coco Jones and Donovan Mitchell, Uma Jame and Will Anderson, and Peter Krause and Hannah Ostapchuk, among many others. Congratulations to all the happy couples. Next, we took a trip down memory lane with a blast from the past, the 1993 TV movie Double Double, Toil and Trouble starring the Olsen twins. It's a delightfully dreadful watch that's perfect for a lazy Sunday afternoon. And in business news, Puma is shaking things up in its direct-to-consumer retail business with the appointment of Ronald Reimers as Vice President of Global Retail. With his expertise in retail strategy and operations, we're expecting big things from Puma as they aim to boost their presence in the American market. That's all for now, folks. Stay fabulous, and tune in later for more updates on these stories and more. Now for the latest in nature and environment, here is David Attenacher.
Thank you, Joan. Firstly, we reported on the controversy surrounding the introduction of non-native species in California's ecosystem, highlighting the potential risks and consequences for native wildlife. Next, we shared an inspiring story about Ruby Williams, a young Indigenous leader who successfully navigated the Klamath River with her team, protesting against dam construction that threatens their community's livelihoods and the environment. Lastly, we delved into the remarkable world of Australia's bogong moths, which have been found to use both the Earth's magnetic field and starlight for navigation. Unfortunately, these incredible creatures are facing significant threats, including drought, land clearing, and insecticides, leading to a drastic decline in their population. These stories remind us of the importance of preserving our natural world, respecting Indigenous rights, and taking action against environmental threats. We encourage you to stay informed and get involved in conservation efforts to protect our planet's incredible biodiversity. That's all for today's summary. Thank you for tuning in to the AI Daily Press Morning Podcast. Stay curious, and we'll see you next time. And that completes our morning podcast for today. Thank you for listening. Until this evening, I'm David Attenacher for AI Daily Press, the world's most unbiased news source.